So guys, welcome to Monte Carlo, welcome to Monaco, welcome to the city of Novak Djokovic, to Max Verstappen, all of these famous people. Honestly, last weekend was like a movie. For 48 hours we just took the plane, we went to Monaco, we arrived here, our friend picked us up in a fat BMW convertible, we just went all the way to Monaco, we drove around, we settled into this amazing apartment which we somehow got for only 75 euros per night. I don't know how we pulled that off, but look at that view, like it's absolutely insane. The second day we went for a run in the mountains here with an insane view. Then we got back, we had the most amazing lunch, and then we went to Cannes to visit a good friend of ours who lived in an amazing villa as well. Then at night we had dinner, we went to Monte Carlo Casino, we went out on the first night to a luxury club. I met a guy who literally plays paddle with Max Verstappen. We met another oil billionaire or something. So much happened in just in 48 hours, and this little tea session, even though I'm not necessarily drinking, I kind of want to share some things that I've noticed, that I've learned while I'm waiting for our Uber. So let me guide you through some lessons that I've learned, or some things that I've noticed here in Monaco, being around all these wealthy people. Even Dubai is probably not much compared to this. Like, the level of wealth that is in this place is absolutely unseen of. Like, I've been to Marbella quite a few times in the last few months, and if you compare Marbella with Monaco, it's an absolutely completely different game. In Marbella you would see Porsches, you would see Range Rovers, but right here in Monaco, those cars make place for the weirdest supercars. You see Ferraris and Bentleys as the Porsches and Range Rovers basically. And as a result of all this wealth, it is so incredibly relaxed here. The vibe is so nice because all the people who live here, none of them have to worry about money. It's just not an issue. They don't have to worry about money, they don't have to worry about any of that stuff, which makes them super relaxed because they're literally just living life. The climate is good, the hills are amazing. So I think in general the vibe is just really nice at this place. I think we all want to come back. Monaco is an amazing place to live. Everything is so close by, and even though there's a lot of stairs and you have to walk a lot, that's just good for your health. So I think it's a really healthy, good, nice place to live for sure. But more importantly, it's about the people you meet here. Only in the span of 48 hours, like I remember like we were having dinner on Friday, and I just randomly talked to some guys that were sitting next to us in this restaurant called Twiga, and one of them turned out to be literally a guy that plays paddle with Max Verstappen every week, like some big German entrepreneur, Italian entrepreneur, whatever. And quite frankly, in this place, you already know that most people here do something with their life. They do something big with their life, but you don't necessarily know them. They don't necessarily show off like in Dubai, where everyone just flexes with all of their watches, with all of their stuff. It's not really happening here. It's way more low key. So I'm not really into watches, but I remember like we were sitting down there and my friend was just looking at all the watches like, oh, this guy's wearing an AP, this guy's wearing like, not even a Rolex, but like a lot of APs here. This guy's wearing a Patek, this guy's wearing a Richard Mille, and I'm like, oh, those watches cost more than a fat ride. Another example is like we went to have lunch with some guy, and the fucker literally had a few bottles of Dom Perignon for us, and he just didn't care about it. We met people that spent 50k on a Rufus du Sol VIP ticket in a club here around Cannes, I believe. 50k for a table at Rufus du Sol. Imagine you pay $50,000 for one night at a table. It's insane. Like when we went to this club here, like called Twiga, everyone had a table. There were no just normal party goers. It was as if there was just tables and that's it. Everyone had bottles of Belvedere. The level of wealth here is just insane, and you really feel it in the air. Like you somehow level up with it in a way. It really makes you think a lot bigger. You see all of these yachts, you see, especially if you see these people and you notice that they're no different than you, it really gives you some kind of motivation, some kind of surge to be like, we're thinking way too small. All of these people in this online money space, they're just thinking like, oh, let's make 10k per month. Oh, let's make 100k per month. Bro, even 100k per month is nothing. These people here are making millions per month. All of them. Or they had a big exit, they had valuations for the company, whatever. It makes you wonder, like, it genuinely makes you wonder what's out there. The level of wealth that's here. These people, they're no different than us. But we're thinking way too small. There is so much you can do. There is so much opportunity. These people, they might make hundreds of millions, billions in their lifetime. It really feels as if this is a place that really genuinely escaped the system, like everyone says they want to do or whatever. So that's interesting. This week made me realize a lot of things. I've seen that this type of content that I'm making, this type of lifestyle that I'm living, is helping a lot of people like you probably watching. You're probably being very inspired if you watch my Instagram stories or my highlights about this trip, like, wow, this and that. And I just want to show you, it's like, it's not, I'm not necessarily at the point right now where, like you guys know, I'm in between stuff. I'm in between ventures, I'm in between my agency that I had last year and some new ventures that I'm planning to start out. This just makes me rethink all of my plans. This makes me realize, you know what, I'm thinking too small. I'm thinking genuinely way too small. I shouldn't be thinking about how to make 10k per month. You should be thinking about how could you potentially scale something to $1 million per month? How could you potentially make a company that's worth minimum $10 million? Minimum, and that's the bare minimum. 100k per month is not a lot. That's really the vibe this gives you. And as much as you sometimes think if you're in a financial situation at home that 100k is a lot of money, if you see it in these circumstances where people just spend 50k on a VIP ticket for one night, where there's bottles on the menu that go for around $35,000, and it makes you wonder. And another thing that baffled my mind is like this DJ that was playing just a few hours in Twiga, Monte Carlo in the club, he was asking 100,000 euros for that. Can you imagine 100,000 euros just to play in a set of 1.5 hours? That's like the craziest thing you ever see. And this guy's not even old, he's literally younger than me. It makes you put things into perspective. You shouldn't look at it in a way of like, oh, they're doing this, so I can't do it. But rather, you should look at it in a way of like, this is motivation. This is like, if those people can do it, if people younger than me can do it, I can do it. They're not different than me. They're the same. They're the same as you. You're the same as me. You know, you're human, I'm human. This guy filming there, like my friend, he's human. This guy we were sitting with the AP with 200k on his wrist, he's human. The guy driving a Huracan Evo, he's human. The guy spending millions and millions and millions in a casino, he's human. Well, all of us are human. We all have 24 hours in a day. It's not special. Especially when you go to a place like this, to Monaco, it just shows you levels. You're in Cannes and you see all these beautiful houses. Like I was in an amazing house, but it was not the only amazing house in the place. There were tons of amazing houses in the place. And it just shows you how much wealth there is in the world. Like in Monaco, a building is maybe worth, like an apartment, is worth 20 million, 30 million, 40 million, 50 million, up to 100 million. Yachts are worth tens of hundreds of millions. All of the shit you see here, all of the shit that I'm seeing here is owned by someone. This building is owned by someone. This building might be worth over 100 million, bare minimum. I think this building might be worth like 250 million, 500 million maybe. It's insane. Like this building was made by Gustav Eiffel. Can you imagine, like with this high ceiling in a building designed by Gustav Eiffel, how that makes you feel? It just, my creativity, I got so many good ideas, just as if they're falling through me from the sky. It's an insane experience. So I think that was it for today's tea session. If you want to see more of behind the scenes of what we did here in Monaco, I actually filmed all of it. I'm going to make a little vlog out of it. It's probably going to come out somewhere next week. I mean, this one, when you're seeing this, it's probably already out. But honestly, this weekend was amazing. I'm definitely going to organize more of these weekends to show a lot of you people that there's more to life than just normal life. But more importantly, a lot of entrepreneurs are stuck in this matrix of like Dubai, Urus, Dom Perignons, whatever. And we were just hiking in these hills yesterday, and that's what's living like. This view is something you won't find in Dubai. And that's fine. Dubai has a lot of its perks as well, but just keep in mind, there's more to life than Dom Perignons, bottles in the club, girls, whatever. And I'm gonna organize more trips like these. If you're an entrepreneur or whatever, or if you just like this vibe or whatever, just give me a follow on Instagram. I'm going to do more of these tea sessions over the next year because I just love sharing my thoughts. And for now, let's say goodbye to this beautiful, beautiful apartment. And let's get into the Uber. Have an amazing 2024, guys. Ciao.